I gotta move on.
What's going on, guys? Let's get it. We are back. We are live. It is a Friday, last day of the trading week. I normally don't trade Fridays. I don't know if I'm gonna take a trade or not, but I am showing up with y'all. Just because yesterday I didn't really go live for too long, had prior engagements that I had to go handle. So I was like, you know what? Let me just come on here and have some fun with them, see what the markets are giving. And then we'll go from there, man. But hopefully you guys are all having a phenomenal morning, family. Phenomenal afternoon, evening, depending on where you're tuning in from. Gold is on fire right now, though. Holy moly, gold is on fire. Gold is getting ready. I mean, depending on what you're looking at. If you're looking at gold from the Forex pricing, we are officially at all-time highs if you're looking at gold based on Forex pricing. If you're looking at it from futures pricing, we're still a little bit of ways to go, right? We're very close to all-time highs here on gold. So we're going to have to see what this is. Actually, I'm actually interested. What do the markets? Let me see. Are there headlines of the market saying gold is at all-time high? Let me see. Let me see what we get here. Let's see. Nah, gold is going nuts. Gold is going nuts. How you guys feeling today, family? How you guys feeling, man? You guys doing good? You guys doing good this morning? See, we got Austin in the building. What's the word? Kyrie, JJ, Jose, Antonio, what's up? Appreciate y'all for being here. Jude in the building. My guy Saint, what's the word? Saint, let's get it. Appreciate y'all for being here today. You guys know the vibes. Gold is going crazy, bro. Holy moly. I mean, again, this is what at the beginning of the week, this is what I really wanted, was more continuations to the upside on gold. And boy, are we getting that. Boy, are we getting that. We gotta move on. You seen the Dixie turn up yesterday? I mean, it had a nice little recovery, you know, off of the back in the news. You know, data really supported that for sure. Data helped out, you know, with the dollar itself. Retail sales coming out the way it did. I mean, a lot of stuff came out inflationary yesterday, right? Retail sales came out inflationary. You know, initial jobless claims, continuous jobless claims came out inflationary, right? So the reaction was definitely warranted for sure. It's a matter of if we were going to see continuations, and we didn't get no continuations, right? We had the spike, but that spike wasn't even able to cause a break of structure, right? So that's a little concerning in terms of if you are a dollar bull, that we weren't even able to get enough strength to even break some type of structure here. But you never know, man. This could lead to something like that. I don't know if it will or not. I personally wouldn't be surprised if we do continue just to roll over, though. All right, again, family, right? Yesterday I took a NASDAQ buy, a NASDAQ position here. Stop loss was above the range, right? So I'm still in this position, but boy, was I sitting in a lot of drawdown yesterday, boy. I was in a I mean, I'm still in drawdown, if we're being honest. But again, this is a trade that I took on my personal account. I wasn't risking much whatsoever. I was comfortable just letting this one ride out. And I'm still technically in some drawdown right now, right? But we just got to see what happens today, all right? But what is what I'm saying here now? I believe there's actually a chance. I don't know if we're going to see this thing sell off like I expected yesterday off of news, all right? The trade idea from yesterday that I was looking at, I was hoping that this level of resistance held and at least just pushed us back down to 18,745. We just didn't do that, right? We had just so much strength still coming to market, even with inflationary data, right? And that tells me personally that the markets really don't care about that type of data right now, right? It's so convinced that we are going to get a rate cut next month that we just continue to see more upside here for indices. Now, I could be wrong, but that definitely has me, you know, analyzing the market and probably looking for maybe even a flip here, right? So we're gonna see what we get here, though. We're gonna see what we get here for today and see if there's anything that makes sense for us, man. But let's see, Bakri in the house. Good to see you, Bakri. Tunes over 9,000. What's the word? Good to see you in the chat, man. Julius, good to see you, my brother. Jama in the house as well. What's the word, y'all? So Naz in the Dow. Amazing week. Let's go, Bakri. At least you had a good week. I had a very shitty week so far, family. I want to see. I'm on a losing streak right now. Right, I'm on a four trade losing streak right now, right? So I'm having to try to rebound and recover off of that. But it is what it is, man. It's a part of the game, right? We absolutely came into this hot. You know, we were absolutely crushing it. You know, and now we're just going through a little down period, which is, you know, it is what it is. It's normal. You know, it happens. So it'd be like that. You know, it'd be like that. So it's good to see that some of you guys though definitely had a good week, because my week is definitely a lot more shittier than normal. But we gonna see. We gonna see if we can at least end the week in a W. Now, I don't normally trade Friday, so I'm gonna be very, very particular if I do take some. But if I could end the week with a W, even if it's something small, that would be great. That would be phenomenal. Right? So we gonna see what we can get today, man. I want to try to end the week with at least something. So we gonna see what we get here. We got Dom in the building. What's the word? Kevin F in the house as well. What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all for being here. We're going to make it back today. Absolutely. I don't think I'm going to make the whole thing back because I'm down. Yeah, we down almost like 1,800 in the past 2 days. But, you know, even if we could just get a W, you know, start to kick up that momentum back, I think that's all we really need. You know, just start to chop away at these losses. That's what it's literally about. So we're going to make it work, though, family. As you guys can see, though, my emotions don't change. My energy don't change because it is what it is. Right? It's a part of the process. It's a part of the game. You know, you're going to go through winning streaks. You're going to have to go through losing streaks. The most important thing is just being able to control your emotions and keep your mindset in check. Right? And then come back the next day showing up, ready to work and ready to operate like you have been doing. You know, a lot of the setups that we took, maybe -2 or 3, maybe -2, you know, were actually really good setups. I just either had a bad stop loss, just completely rushed the trade, whatever the case may be, right? So it was a couple of those losses are definitely just from me being a degenerate. But most of those were solid trades, man. Most of those were solid trades. Again, half of those positions that I lost this week, they ended up going towards TP, surpassing TP. It's just bad stop loss placement ended up getting me. So, but it'd be like that, man. But let's see what we got here, though. Literally 6 cents away from blowing one funded account, less than 70 from blowing 19 others. Sheesh, Julius. Yeah, you're gonna take a little step back there, buddy. Going to let it ride that market open. It's gonna be tough to try to recover when you only got less than $100 left. To be honest with you, it's gonna be very tough to try to recover that for sure. But if anybody can do it, Julius can do it. If anybody can do it, it's definitely Julius. So you know, we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens, man. Boom, 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 boom. Now, on the other side, though, or the flip side, what y'all looking at today, man? What are y'all looking at today? What are you guys looking at? What are y'all invested into? What are you guys trading this morning? Anybody got a setup that I could take? Anybody trying to donate a signal for me? Let me know in the Chizzy chat. Let me know how y'all feeling, man. We got Lambo money in the building. What's the word, Lambo? Appreciate you for being here as well, family. So we're gonna keep our eyes on that Nasdaq. Again, gold, man. Gold is what's hot right now. This thing ended up flying like crazy back up to the upside. And depending on what you're looking at, you're either trading at all-time highs or you're very close to all-time highs, right? You're up here at the supply zone. And seeing what happens. So we're gonna keep our eyes on that as well today. Obviously, we're gonna take a look at indices throughout. I'm also interested to see what these gem pairs are getting ready to do. They have been just making their way slowly back to the upside here. Last week or so, they've been bullish, just making its way up. I wouldn't be surprised if we continue, man. I would love to see continuations here. So for any of y'all that do like these gem pairs, man, any pullback that we're able to get here could present an opportunity to continue to buy up. I'm a big fan of continuations to the upside here. So if we can get that, that'll be spectacular. Yeah, that would be spectacular, man. If we can get that, that'd be cool. We're about to bounce off the 50 on the 1 hour. Yeah, this little level that we're bouncing off right now is an interesting level too. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what that is. I like NQ sells and the pullback. Shit. I wouldn't mind some shorts here. Maybe off of 19,537s, just because that is a key level there that could be respected here. I just think we'll probably see more downside first too. I think we do see more downsides. I would like for us to at least get back towards where my initial entry was yesterday. And then from there, I think there's a good chance that we actually just bounce. I could be wrong, obviously. Y'all know that. All right, I've been off my game lately, so. But I wouldn't be surprised if we do drop towards 19,360s and then around there, either just break it and continue to sell, or we bounce off and go back out to the upside. So that's the level I'm really going to be eyeing for today. That 19,360s based on futures pricing. So we gonna see what happened. Daquan in the building. What's going on? I'm in the CAD Gen for a buy at the level it's at now. CAD Yensky. CAD Yensky. Oh, I'm a little tired, man. Let's see. I mean, it's not a bad level, to be honest with you. That isn't a bad level. There is a chance that it could bounce off of there. Bounce off the demand zone. There's always that chance for sure. We will have to see though. Go, what we doing? Go, you gonna start to pull back here? You better start to pull back here, Go. What we thinking? Again, if you're looking at it from the Forex side of things, at least, what is this? XAU USD, what server is this? Depending on what server you're looking at, I wonder if all these Forex servers are the same. Owanda's trading at all-time highs. Forex.com is trading at all-time highs. FX Open is trading at all-time highs. FX, yeah, see, it looks like all the Forex pricing, all the Forex side of things from gold are all at all-time highs right now. But when you go to futures, based off the CME group, we're still below all-time highs. So that's interesting. We're going to see how that plays out. I mean, we are in fresh liquidity here for gold, especially if you're looking at it from Forex side, man. Trading above the highs. Stay Wizoke. Stay Wizoke. Oh. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. What's going on, Mike? Good to see you in the chat. Somewhere between iconic and I got it. Give me a second, y'all. We're gonna leave that right there. Give me a second, y'all. Boom, boom. All right, let's see. Gold is trying to push back down here a little bit. Indices not really knowing what they're doing yet. They did fall before the open here. They kind of fell nicely before the open. We're gonna keep our eyes on this, see what we get here as well. But let's see. We got Sam in the building. What's the word, Sam? I was at negative 240. Got my money back, and I'm up 80. Let's go, JJ. Let's go, JJ. Way to get it back, JJ. Come on now, way to lock in. Now, hopefully you got that back in a responsible manner and you weren't being a degenerate. But hey, man. Let's see, make the markets my girl. I hear that. I hear that, man. Let's see what happens when I take this. To give me my money. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't get that in my head, please. Please. You know what I gotta do? I gotta get that sound effect. I just gotta get that sound effect. I gotta create a sound effect for that. Just give me my money. So whenever we make a win. Just give me my money. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, 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 dun. Give me a second, y'all. I'm over here moving things around real quick. Give me 1 segundo. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's see. Question for everyone: what would you say is the easiest or simplest way to look at the markets? Are you referring to more based off like strategy, approach? Because everybody's gonna have difference, right? That's gonna be definitely a question that's gonna be more personal preference, right? Some people are able to identify the markets through no indicators, just simple supply and demand. All right, there's other people that that need indicators to be able to identify things a lot easier. It's gonna be more personal preference, right? But for me, I prefer with what I do right here. It makes it easier for look at me. Now, in terms of time frame, looking at higher time frame might be a lot easier for most people as well, right? There's a lot less noise in the higher time frame, especially if you are an intraday trader. Looking at higher time frame structure can definitely help you out when you're trying to look at opportunities on a smaller time frame. Less noise, so that could work out. But it really comes down to personal preference. We are about 5 minutes out from the open, family. We are 5 minutes out from the open. We'll see how this plays out here. Boom, 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 boom. We got Free Zone in the house. What's the word, Free Zone? Appreciate you, my brother, for being here today. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. Oh, excuse me. Let's see what trade you taking today. I'm following your guidance. I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep my eyes on this, right? Technically, I'm still in the Nasdaq short, but I'm sitting in some good drawdown right now. I really didn't risk much on this. I only risked around 5%. I took this on a personal account. I didn't take it on no prop firm account. I wouldn't have been able to take it on a prop firm account. So this is just a trade that I took on my personal account. I told you guys about yesterday. And boy, I've been sitting in drawdown this entire time. So I'm still technically a little bit of drawdown here from the short that I wanted to take yesterday. But I think I'm going to get ready to... I don't know if I want to continue to hold this, right? I might end up just taking my little loss that I have now. I only probably lose like maybe 1%. I risk 5% in total. I probably only lose like maybe 1 or 2% here on this. But I want to see how we react here on the open. If on the open we do start to fall, I might just continue to hold it. If this thing starts to rebound, I'm just going to take my L. And then I'll probably look for some buys. Because here's the thing, right? Like yesterday, the sell itself wasn't too bad. It didn't look bad just because of the data that came out. But the markets didn't give two shits about the data. All right, didn't care that we came out, inflationary for retail sales. They didn't care that we came out inflationary for, jobless claims. They really didn't care. And this thing just continued to go higher. So that tells me personally, at least from my, my understanding that these markets are just still moving based off of the fact that there's a rate cut probably coming next month. So we're gonna have to see, man. Again, it's been a very shitty week for me though, family, right? My trades have been, my decision making has been a little bit more sketchy this week, so also be mindful of that. I'm still gonna trade how I always trade no matter what. All right, but definitely gotta lower the risk. Definitely gotta lower the risk for sure. What about identifying key levels or strong levels? I mean, that's very simple for me, right? I don't overcomplicate when it comes to identifying key levels, right? I like to go to higher time frame, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, and I just look at the obvious levels, right? The obvious levels of support and resistance, the obvious levels of support and resistance, right? And the reason why I like to identify these obvious levels, because these are the levels where price typically, likes to make moves off of. It's just when we get to these higher levels on the higher time frame, when we go down a lower time frame, we have to be aware of all the manipulation, the liquidity grabs, right? We have to be aware of those things though when price does get around those levels, right? So I like to highlight the obvious levels, the support and resistances on the higher time frame. I like to highlight, the supply and demand zones on the higher time frame. But then I'm also aware that those areas, since they're very visible, they're also heavily manipulated, right? That's where we get, for an example, let's say, right here, the Nasdaq, right? We just broke below a key level here, right? If we are going to continue bearish, this is where price will probably bounce off it a couple times, maybe break above it, right? Grab some last minute liquidity before we actually go ahead and make that move, right? So that's what I would mean. Identify the higher time frame key levels because they're very important. but then be aware of the manipulation, the accumulation, the distribution that occurs around those levels to help you decide on what you should do. So that's how I like to do it when it comes to key levels. All right, what makes it that level? Just the amount of activity around it and the reactions that you get from it. Let's see, hit the likes for your boys. Let's get those likes. So I appreciate y'all that do come in here, man, and constantly tell people to like the stream. It definitely supports me, man. Appreciate y'all. Let's see, Me Too only had 2 good trades. Yeah. Secured $300 on gold after seeing us hit all-time highs. Let's go. Let's go. Nah, Freezer, you've been holding that gold for a minute, bro. Let's go. Nah, you've been going crazy. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Boom, boom. All right, let's see. Abel, didn't you rap? Nah, not really. I just do it just for fun. Like I have a. Don't look for it though. Don't look for it. But I do have a couple songs. But that's just me, just shits and giggles. That's just me, just bullshitting, just having fun with it. Let's see, and I just blew all 20 accounts. Sheesh. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. Yeah, no, that's tough. That's tough, Julius. Again, now it's time for you to reflect, bro. It's time for you to reflect. All right, what went right? What went wrong? How can I make some adjustments? And then go ahead and grab some more accounts. That's the reality of it. No cap, that's the reality of it. Right? You gotta figure out what went right, what went wrong. Actually reflect a little bit. Hold yourself accountable if you gotta hold yourself accountable. But then go ahead and get back in the game. Whether it be you buying another account, whether you go into demo for a little bit. You know, you do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like that, bro. It'd be like that. Let's see, don't look for it too late. I'm about to download that. Yeah, good luck finding them. Good luck finding them, man. What's going on, Marcus? Good to see you in the chat. Again, family, I'm gonna be very patient today, man. I want to see what we get here on Indices, man. I want to see what we get here on Indices. I want to see here what gold continues to do. Again, gold is gonna be a little tougher, man. Gold is now, you know, depending on what you're trading, either at all-time highs or getting ready to close, you know, above all-time highs here. So we got to see how this market does react up here at these highs. Again, if you're trading futures, gold still didn't break all-time highs on futures. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let's see what you guys talking about, family. Let's see. Able to check out NG natural gas. Look at this. This guy Drew got people trading natural gas now, huh? Okay, let's see what natural gas is looking like. Let's see what that gas is looking like. Drew is calling it the ZA. Let's see what the ZA is looking like. Trade the ZA real quick. The Zaski. Yo, imagine we all did start trading natural gas, bro. We're trading the ZA. That'd be so funny. We'll be trading the Zaski. All right, so let's see. So I see right now natural gas is in between two key levels here. All right, the first one being at the high at 2.25, the bottom one being at around 2.21 or 2.12. Now, based off of just trends, this thing has been very bearish. All right, we've seen a crazy sell-off since June has been selling off here. But we are, resting at some key levels of structure. I'm interested to see how we bounce here. If I was to pick a direction here, just based off of current structure, I would probably assume a buy on this, just because we create these lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then we've seen the market go ahead and shift, break previous higher low or previous lower high. And now we're just resting above the support. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did see something like this possibly for natural gas. But if we do close below that 2.1, then yeah, this thing is probably going to go ahead and, if we close below there, I think it's probably going to go right back down to the lows at that point. All right, so natural gas doesn't look too bad, man, but I don't know how much the contracts are worth here for the ZA. Let me see. If I was, this is hypothetical, I'm not taking this, but if I was to take this, one contract based off that stop loss would be pretty massive. Let's go micro. Let's go micro. If I was to play something like this, yeah, it's not that bad. You could throw solid 10 contracts, only risk 400. Trading the micro E-mini NAS or natural gas futures. Interesting. Interesting, man. All right, let's see. If you're only using 50K accounts, no need to drop more than one contract at a time per position. That's a fact. Take your time with that. UOM, consumer sentiment at the top of the hour, should move the market a bit. I mean, it could for sure. It definitely could. We'll see how that plays out. Passing the challenge, yeah, drop 3 contracts to hurry and get funded, but once you're on your live, especially if you're copy trading, 250 a day will keep the job away. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I mean, 250 a day, even off of just one account. Here's the thing, right? Even if you're able to forget copy trading right now, right? Even if you're able to just pass one 50K account, which will only cost you 40 bucks to get, pass it however long it takes you to pass it, who cares? Once you get to that funded account, you got to trade 10 days. You got to make at least 2,600. And then on top of that, after the 10 days, you're able to withdraw 2,000 every 10 days. You could possibly make $4,000 a month off of one 50K account. Right? You could, like, that's crazy, right? You can make up to $4,000 a month off of just one 50K account. 4K a month is probably like a full-time job, right? Probably a little bit more than a full-time job nowadays. Like, I mean, what's the average full-time job? Does anybody know? I don't even know what the numbers are for that. Like, on average, how much are people making every single month? Do we know this? Is there a way for us to get this? Let me ask AI real quick. What is the average monthly wage in the US? It's probably gonna be skewed, but all right, so I'm using Grok. Shout out to Twitter. It says the average salary in the US is $59,384. This is the average US salary, right? But this combines everybody. That breaks down to just under $5,000 per month. Can we be honest with each other real quick, family? How many of us are actually making more than 60K a year in the chat? If you're making more than 60K a year in the chat, drop a 1 in the chat. right? Because if you're able to make $4,000 a month off of just one 50K account, you're pretty much making the average salary from home. On top of whatever you're doing already at your job, your career, on top of whatever other side hustles you got. So it's crazy. You could really live off of, well, I wouldn't just only live off of it, but you could make some good money making that $4,000 a month off of just 150K. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see. Let's do the math. 250 a day. Let's say 3 profitable days a week. That's 750 for 1 week. 40K extra a year. That's crazy. Again, 40K extra. I love how you highlighted the extra. That's 40K extra from whatever you're already making at your job or your career or whatever you're doing. I'm telling you. That's nuts. That's nuts. If you have 4 accounts, 750 times 4 is 3,000 a week, 150. Yeah, break it down for them, Gonzo. Break it down for them, Renee. Come on. Show them what's possible, bro. It's nuts. Let's see. I see you guys are talking about damn biscuits over here. Church's biscuits, Popeye's biscuit, you'll choke, especially with no Beth. Yeah. Renee over here dropping game. And y'all talking about biscuits. like, what's going on? Yeah. Natural gas, someone had too many beans. Yeah. Them soybeans will definitely give you a lot of natural gas. That's a fact. Let's see, it's an easy setup on Euro Pound. Let's take a look at Euro. Yo, gold is still pushing here, man. Gold is really, really driving up to the upside like crazy right now. Let's see what Euro Pound looking like for Big Ed. What are we looking at, Euro Pound? What are we looking at? The easy setup. What's your thoughts here? If it's easy, bro, let me know, man. I'll probably, if I agree, I'll take it with you. If I agree on the setup, I'll take it with you. What are we looking at? Because all I see, I mean, honestly, I hate trading Euro Pound. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. This is, in my opinion, probably one of the worst pairs to trade. Because look at this. This goes all the way back since when I started trading in 2016. Like, look at this market, bro. This is the weekly time frame. This is why I hate trading Euro Pound. Like, this is such a choppy, slow moving pair. Like, we ain't do shit in almost 8 years. We've been going sideways. So I'm really not a fan of this. But there's always opportunity. There's always opportunity. Even if it's small little grabs, man, there's always opportunity here. Right? So let me know what you're looking at, Ed. I might take a Euro Pound trade with you. I ain't take one in like 17 years, but you never know. Let's see. Remember, you don't need to be a millionaire to be financially free or quit your job. You just need to be able to cover and double your monthly expenses. Absolutely. Yo, Renee, you've been on fire, bro, dropping game, bro. Come on now. Talk to him nice. Depends on country. Oh, it definitely depends on country. Absolutely, you're right, Bakri. Right, it definitely depends on country, right? Because obviously here in the States, you know, even though, you know, 50K a year, 60K a year here in the States is average, you go overseas, that 60K a year might have you living like a king. You'll be able to live above means, right? You might be in the top 5%, 10% making 60K USD a year over here. And then you go overseas, what? You'll be king over there. Hell yeah. So that's very true, Rockety. We got King City in the house. What's the word? Good to see you in the chat. Let's see. This is my first week with the live account. I'm up 1,500, including my loss. Let's go, Renee. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Several listings need to be structured right, file the right forms properly, and know how to operate your accounts right. And you can be financially free plus full refunds from the IRS. Shit, give me the sauce, boy. I haven't got a refund from the IRS in years. Shoot, they be taxing the hell out of me, boy. So give me whatever sauce you got, Mike. I need, boy, don't I need that. I hate paying taxes, bro. But that's one of the most American things you do. Whether you believe it or not, is pay them taxes. But yeah, they be getting me, bro. They be whooping my ass with taxes. So I need that. Let's see, 75 salary, not including trading. Shout out to you, Carl, man. Let's go. Let's Let's see. One of the most important, if not the most important thing about trading is emotional discipline. I'll take base hits every day instead of having emotional roller coasters up. 5K to 7K up, 3K, too much stress. Now that's a fact, bro. Them base hits really do, bro. Grab your $200-300 a day, man. Take your little quick base hits. If you want to trade in micro, you know, if you're trading the micro minis, 10 contracts is pretty easy, right? You could risk $200-300 to make $200-300. If you can do that every single day, man, you'll be in great shape. Let's see, I ain't making 24,000 yearly. It's a good amount here in Turkey. Yeah, absolutely. It really is. Again, that's what I'm saying. It really is such a difference in country, right? You can go a lot of places in this world making less than 50K and still be pretty solid. No cap. Let's see, 500 on the Nas sell. Come on now. Damn, I didn't even realize we got the open. Hold on, I'm tripping. We're 15 minutes past the open. Let's see what we got here, family. Let's see if we can find something. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. What we doing, NASDAQ? How we feeling, Nasty Naz? You're projecting to the downside here. Gave a little 5-minute close. Bounced off the resistance. Are you gonna start tanking or what? What we doing here? What we doing here, buddy? What we doing here? Again, I'm taking. If I do take a trade, family, you guys know I normally don't trade Fridays, right? But if I do take a trade, it's gonna be super low risk, especially on the prop firm account. It's gonna be super low risk. Let's see, then get paid on your bills. Sheesh. Yeah, you gonna have to. Hey, Mike, if you don't mind me asking, bro, how are you so knowledgeable in all this stuff? You just curious like me? You're just a very curious person like me, bro? Because I'm extremely curious as well. Or is it that, or do you work in that specific field? Do you work in this field that allows you to be this knowledgeable? Let's see, I tried for 3 years to rush and scale an account just to be in the same spot and not going anywhere. It took me to stop looking at myself and said, okay, what's the real goal? There we go, Renee. Yeah, nah, you on fire, Renee. I love it, bro. Let's see. First up, clean up your credit reports. Should get your credit file as well for more getting paid. Correct your status. Hey, man. I'm happy that you brought up about credit. Because that's something I can help you with. Hey. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see what's going on, Max. Good to see you, my brother. He said, I keep eyes and ears open, deep rabbit holes. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I go through the rabbit hole too, bro. I go down a couple rabbit holes. Let's see. So I should stop paying my credit card and just clean them up? I mean, it depends on what your goals are. Again, family, if you guys didn't know, like, that's like my second business, or third or fourth, whatever. Like, as soon as I'm done with you guys here trading, I immediately take my trading cap off and then I turn my credit cap on. All right, because I do clean, I do help people get their credit rate. So if you want to talk about credit, and I don't want to do it on this stream because it's about trading, just hit me up. I can get you right. I can teach you exactly how to clean your report. I can teach you exactly how to get it to where it needs to be so you can get to a 700 score. I can teach you exactly how to get funding. I can do all that. Because that's what I like to consider probably as like my day job, is my credit repair business. But that's like something that I do with my family. Like my wife's involved. I got my cousin as well that works for me. So that's like more of a family thing that we did. Just so that we're not bored as hell. Don't be honest, like trading is extremely boring, bro. Like we only trade for 2-3 hours a day, and then the rest of the day what? Right? Unless you're traveling and just going out and doing all that stuff, you got to keep yourself busy, right? So that's what I do. We need to pay no Abel and Mike on credit taxes. I mean, I won't talk on taxes. All right, I let my accountant do my taxes. But credit, absolutely. Let's see, in trading, I got to my goal faster by slowing down than I did trying to speed up. Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. All right, let's see what we doing here, NASDAQ. I see you pushing here. What we trying to do here? Since London session, you've been selling off, but what we doing here? What are we trying to do here? Talk to me nice. 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 Boom 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 boom. Boom 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 boom. Watching this NASDAQ. Something's telling me the NASDAQ might start to go back up here, but gold, on the other hand, is at the highs here. Gold did just break all-time highs here as well on futures pricing family. So gold is officially at all-time highs here, man. What a time to be alive. That gold is trading at 25.30. What a time to be alive. Wow. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for gold, man, because gold could pull back here, right? Because we are testing, the highs, and there could be a little bit of a pullback here, where now, we see a lot of selling pressure into the market. But boy, this thing's been strong. This thing has been strong to the upside. Gold could pull back though, especially after sweeping the high. We'll have to see what happens. All right, let me see. Damn, the trading chat turned into a credit education chat. Let's see. Pay your credit cards. Keep utilization under 30. Ideally under 10. Yeah, under 10 is a lot better, obviously, but under 30 is still cool. Remove inquiries. Close accounts. Have a good mix of different debt. He said, let's all commit fraud. JJ, you're hilarious. Need my credit fixed for sure. I mean, we could work on that for sure, Sam. Just hit me up on the side. Debt isn't bad. Debt is a tool. I mean, there's good debt and bad debt. All right, there's good debt and bad debt. You definitely want to try to limit as much bad debt as possible, and use the good debt to obviously build businesses, bring in more income, more revenue, and all that good stuff for sure. The richest people in the world are millions in debt. Nah, they really are. Leveraging. There we go. Yo, Gonzo, you going crazy, Renee. You going crazy. You do authorized users or trade lines? Yeah, I have a whole spreadsheet about it. Want to see? Look at this. I have an entire spreadsheet. Let me see. This is my updated one. Yeah, this is right. I have a whole spreadsheet of just trade lines. Look at this. A whole bunch of them. Spreadsheet after spreadsheet. I can get y'all a ton of different trade lines. And it's pretty affordable too, all these trade lines. Like, they're not much at all. You know what I'm saying? We can get you American Expresses. Citi, Wells Fargo. I mean, any type of bank, any type of credit union, any type of, we can get a ton. We have over 400 trade lines that I have access to. So, absolutely. That's just a quick way to, once your report is clean, that's a quick way to just jump your score up immediately. All right, start getting you some activity. So, absolutely. Let's see. At what point should you start looking for a CPA and tax setter when it comes to trading? I mean, immediately. Like I would always immediately refer to a tax professional, especially when it comes to trading, right? Because when it comes to trading, you have to pay capital gains tax, right? Short-term, long-term capital gains, depending on how long you hold these positions, right? And there's also special privileges that you can get if you're able to qualify, as a professional trader status, right? There's a lot of different things that you could work on that my CPA, my accountant told me. But again, I'm not knowledgeable enough to just sit here and spiel it, right? But there's definitely a lot of things you got to learn, right? So I would definitely advise you guys, just even if you're making 10K, all right, 20K, anything 20K and above, you're gonna have to file for it. Technically, you're supposed to. You should definitely talk to a CPA about that. Let's see how you feel about the dollar. I mean, this thing is dropping again. I did not fall for this pump fake here. I think the dollar is just gonna make its way right back onto the downside. Again, keep in mind, same, right? I think right now, bro, we are pricing in this rate cut. I think that's why we're seeing a lot of bearishness in the dollar. We're seeing strength in indices, right? We're seeing, the market really rebound nicely, right? So I believe the market is just starting to price in all this stuff, right? Starting to price in the fact that we're going to get a rate cut next month. And if we're pricing in a rate cut right now, then that would lead to a lot more bearish dollar, in my opinion. In my opinion. All right, let's see what we get here. Let's see. The NASDAQ, I would prefer to wait us to get above the key level here. If we can close above this key level at 19,530s, I would be interested in looking for those longs. If we get a nice strong close above 19,530s, yeah, I'll be interested in those longs. I would like to buy that up and just target right back up to the highs. For sure. Hold on, y'all. People calling me. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I would love to. I would take buys for NASDAQ above here. If not, this could continue to keep dropping. That's cool. Let's see. Back in November 2023, I purchased 4 ounces of gold from Costco. Damn, yeah, you eating. At least that gold is definitely worth a lot more now, for sure. Let's see. Trade lines add age and credibility to your account. Absolutely, it does. It adds age, it adds credibility, also adds into your utilization. It could lower you, especially if you. Here's the thing about trade lines, right? Most people are not able to get high limit credit cards, right? Most people, especially from a personal level, their credit cards usually anywhere from $250 to maybe $5,000. Maybe if you go through a credit union, you can get maybe up to $10K. But if you add a trade line, a business, right? A business credit card that now has $50,000 worth of credit, your utilization is going to skyrocket, right? Or your utilization is going to be a lot better and drop tremendously, right? So that's just a little cheat code to lower your utilization, is by paying for a trade line that has a much bigger balance, and immediately it will lower your overall utilization, right? So yeah, there's a lot of definitely benefits to adding trade lines for sure. Let's see. When's the last time you read and understood in the 10K, aka prospectus indenture agreements? I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't think I've ever looked into that. But let me put that over here in my notes. Let me see what we got here. This has to do with bonds. prospectus and indenture has to do with bonds? Yeah, I've never looked into that personally, bro. Should I look into it, Mike? Is that something that we should look into? Let's see. Turo is a good example of leveraging debt. Get a loan on a car for $50 a month, rent for 50 days, 30 days, 20 days is rented, 1K expenses, so profit from that. Absolutely. He said, I checked my messenger. I thought it was me. Yeah. I don't know. I hate when people call me off Facebook Messenger, bro. Like, especially those that have my number. The only people, and this is no shot. There's no shot whatsoever. All right, but the only people that call me on Facebook Messenger are people that have Androids. And it's because they want to FaceTime and they can't FaceTime because they have Androids. So those are the only time people call me off of Facebook Messenger. It's usually Android heads. You damn Androids, you damn green bubbles. That's no cap neither. And that person that just called me doesn't have a damn iPhone. So he wanted to FaceTime using Facebook Messenger. Like, boy, if you don't get yourself an iPhone, bro. Let's see, I'm trying to learn about being a sovereign citizen. I mean, that's a rabbit hole that's interesting. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, that's an interesting rabbit hole to go down. I mean, I've done all my research on that. Like, literally, I've done a ton of research on, not necessarily becoming a sovereign citizen, but just understanding how to leverage all that in terms of credit, in terms of our rights as consumers. There's the thing about it, right? There's a lot of rights as consumers that we have that most people aren't even aware of. Like, did you know it's actually illegal for late payments to be in your credit report? Probably not. Did you know that your credit report right now probably contains a shit ton of inaccuracies? And by law, your credit report is supposed to be reported at 100% accuracy. We're talking about all 3 credit bureaus are supposed to line up and match. Every single data needs to be 100% accurate, from date open to how much you owe, the balance, everything. It's never like that, right? Most people's reports are never showing at 100% accuracy, so it's so easy to get that stuff removed from your report. But late payments are technically not supposed to be on there. What else? I mean, there's a lot, bro. There's a lot. Can't even think about it right now. Absolutely everything is a security. Absolutely it is. Let's see. Let the war begin. Team Galaxy. You know what's crazy though? I was thinking about getting an Android just because I want to do a lot more IRL content and real life content with y'all, where you guys just do, you know, walk with me throughout my life and just see what I do on a day-to-day. Whether it's me and wifey going to do some errands or whatever the case may be, we go to the park. Shoot, I'm about to go on a cruise in a couple weeks. I wanted to record that and be live with y'all. All right, whenever I get good internet. And I'm gonna be honest, them Androids do have a better, when it comes to Wi-Fi connectivity, them Androids are a lot better. That's what I'll give them. All right, that's what I'll give them. So like doing content and streaming live using cellular towers, for some reason Android's got it. So that's the reason why I was considering buying an Android, especially now that I want to start doing a lot more in real life content with y'all. Not here, not using my Wi-Fi that's super strong. But besides that, yeah, nah, it's the only reason. Rather go get a purchase order, get the MCO, DOP plates, and surety bond. Yeah, yo, Mike, you are very knowledgeable, bro. Yeah, the MCO, the DOT plates, and the surety bond. Yeah. Yeah, we should have taken that NAS buy. I mean, listen, if this closes above here, I'm gonna take a little stab. If this does close like the way it is now, I'm definitely gonna get in this. I'm not gonna risk much though, because again, I'm not the best on Fridays, but I'm gonna, you know, take this buy and see what happens, right? So I did take this buy. I'm not risking much whatsoever though, guys, right? I'm only risking about $300, $200, $300, but I did take this buy in NASDAQ. Again, I got what I wanted. I told you guys if I'm able to get above, if we're able to close above here, I would be taking that buy. So, you know, I gotta follow my plans, and we're above the structure point. And now we see what happens here, right? And now we just ride this out. So I am in this NASDAQ buy. I got the close above. Now we just see what happens. Again, if I'm just trying to close with a win, man, it's been a very shitty week for me trading wise, right? I'm on a 4-trade losing streak, you know. So if we can just close with a solid win, that would be phenomenal. That would be great. All right, I would like to try to hold this back up to the highs up here at 19,681. This is about a 2.5, just under a 2.5 to 1 risk reward, so it's not too bad. Risking around 60, targeting around 150. Again, if we wanted to go back to the original, just target 20 points. I mean, we technically could have got out already, right? Like this thing already bounced up a quick 20 points immediately, but since I lowered my risk tremendously, I'd rather just try to ride this out. So we'll see what happens here. Let's see. Your credit card bills, your mortgage, your auto loan, your traffic tickets, court cases are all secure. They really are, right? They're all securities, right? Like if you actually, again, this is, y'all gonna really look at me a conspiracy theory if y'all make me go down this rabbit hole with y'all, but like even your, nah, I'm not. Oh man, I don't want to go there because then I'm not gonna stop. But yeah, you know, everything is a security. There's ways, and again, I'm not going to go too deep, but there's ways for you to actually get full ownership of your vehicle right now, even if you still have a loan that you're paying on. If you understand the loopholes and if you understand the verbiage, most importantly, the verbiage that you need when you're talking with, you know, these people that give out loans, right? But there are ways for you to go take your car right now and not have to pay no more money on it whatsoever. If you understand how the game works. That's all I'm gonna leave it on. I ain't gonna go any deeper than that.
Papa, I mean the baby.
Papa, be nice to the baby, Papa. Yeah, there's a lot of ways. You guys gotta get out. What happened, Fat?
She wants cookies with tea.
You want cookies? Let me ask the chat. Hey, chat. My 3-year-old, she wants cookies, man. Should she get a cookie this early in the morning? I'm gonna leave it up to the chat. I'm gonna leave it up to the chat. Should my 3-year-old get a cookie, family? Let's see. It's all loopholes. America's a corporation. Yeah, it really is, bro. You can go down the whole consumer law. Consumer law is important, man. Like I really like the past 2 years, I dove heavy into consumer law. Like heavy into consumer law. But that's because I was getting into the credit space, right? If I wanted to get into the credit space, I have to understand my shit. So there's a lot. But consumer law is crucial, man. Once you go down that rabbit hole, though, it's gonna be tough. Abel gotta make breakfast. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Not sovereign citizen, correct status of nationals. I mean, yeah. Like you guys want to see, man. Again, I'm not gonna go too deep, and y'all want me to go deep, but there's a lot of people that are in the chat that aren't American and don't give two shits about none of this. so I'm trying to really keep it as much as possible to trading. But yeah, man, there's a lot of information. You know what? I'm gonna put you guys onto one guy that's very good, especially when it comes to like credit. And again, this is me pretty much talking about and showing you guys my competitor technically, because he does credit repair too. But I'm gonna put you guys on game real quick. Y'all want to see some? If you guys really want to go down the credit hole, this dude right here, consumer law. He calls himself a consumer law expert. He calls himself a consumer law expert. If you guys really want to learn the game around consumer law and credit, or just referring to a credit, this dude's really a savage. This dude, I learned a lot from him personally. He's the one that really opened my eyes when it comes to like consumer law and how to leverage it in your credit and build your credit report. Because this dude's a beast, man. He really is. He's an absolute savage. So that's the game I'll give y'all, right? I mean, we go
sergeants above me, right? And
I apologize for those of you guys that aren't American that don't care about this. Even if you are American, don't care about this. But I want to show you guys just a little bit. Watch this. Let's talk about just late payments.
and they're not supposed to be there.
Utilizations too.
See here, okay, you know what it reminds me of, and I'll let you explain it. But where somebody says,
I'm still in this NASDAQ buy, by the way.
legally, every person is owed $20 million because of their social security number, or something like that.
I don't know about that part, but I can.
You heard that though before,
But
right?
I can prove everything I say right now. I can prove.
Right. I need to take some
So before the end of this interview, I'm going to prove a few things, and if I don't, I'll sell you $1,000. So I'm going to prove that a FICO or a Vantage is not a part of the consumer report. I just did that. I'm going to prove a late payment does not exist on your consumer report. I'm going to prove that utilizations does not exist on your consumer report. So I'm going to prove 4 things.
Well, let me ask this question. Let's say I have
It's
a
about
credit
it's
card
about 6 minutes.
and I pay it late, and they report it late. That goes on my FICO score.
Well,
That affects my FICO score.
that's a
correct?
factor of FICO. That's not a factor of your consumer report.
Right, but it affects my FICO score.
It does
correct?
affect your FICO if you let it.
Talk to him, Durain.
Okay, let's go a little
All right.
deeper. Let's go a little deeper. Pause.
We're gonna have to bring up the law too. We have to bring up the law too. Hold on.
We got some New Yorkers.
We gonna do this. We're gonna do this right,
I'm
family.
obligated to say pause.
So we go back to 15 USC 1681 definition.
All right. He said 15 USC, 15 US code, 1681. This is real consumer law, real quick. Again, this is all coming from actual real law here, real quick. Now, you guys got me. And again, I apologize if y'all here for trading, man, but the chat got me. They got me going now. Watch this, right?
Rules of construct. This is law. The rain isn't making none of this stuff up. When you go down to exclusion, what does exclusion means?
Not involved.
I'm trying not to use the
Not
word in the
included.
definition, but apart from.
Does not
Set
include.
aside,
It's not
yes.
a part of, right? Okay, so this is what Congress says. Except as provided in paragraph 3, the term consumer report, and we just read the definition, right? Does not include. So if Congress says the term consumer report does not include, doesn't it mean everything I'm about to say is not included?
Correct.
All right. So the law says report information solely as to transactions or experiences between the consumer and the person making the report. What do you think the word person means?
The person charged. Person like a human.
Not necessarily. Corporation. So let me go into the definition.
Corporation, okay.
So the term person means any individual, partnership, cooperation, trust, estate, cooperative, association, government or governmental subdivision, or agency. Corporations are defined as person. But we think when the law says person, we're thinking about a natural person.
Yes.
That's not the case. That is why people get, how should I say? That's why sometimes they get taken advantage of because they don't comprehend the definition. Some things in the law speaks to the consumer. Some things don't. But when everybody thinks everything is about them, they wrap themselves up into believing like the FICO, they think the FICO is a part of the consumer report, and it's not. So let me get into the definition and prove to you why a late payment does not exist. So now that we know the definition of a consumer report, we know the definition of a person. This is very important to comprehending now how it works. So Congress says exclusions, except as provided in paragraph 3, the term consumer report does not include reports containing information solely as to transactions or experiences between the consumer and the person making the report. Isn't your payment history your transactions with the company?
Yes.
So if Congress says your transactions are not included on your consumer report, where does a late payment come from?
Here's my thing though. And I hear what that says, that actually makes sense, but it seems conflicting because it seems like the whole purpose of a credit score is to let other people know that you're going to do business with.
Credit score, Dave. Consumer report is different. When we separate them,
we have to separate them.
See the difference.
Okay, maybe I don't understand.
Nah, he's talking again. We have to, and that's the biggest misconception, family, right? We have to be able to separate the score from the freaking report. Those are two different entities. The report and what's being reported on your report is what creates the score. But if what's on your report creates the score and you're able to actually dictate or decide what's on there, you can control what your score. Oh my God! Now y'all about to get me go down and go
Understand the importance of the difference, because it seems like, oh, you know, in my head, and I excuse my ignorance, I think credit, consumer report, so that I can get a house or a car.
Mhm.
And you're looking at my eligibility
Mhm.
to get these things.
Correct. You're correct.
Okay.
You're absolutely correct.
Okay.
But there's another layer.
So why? So okay, explain why the difference is important.
Okay, so learning what a consumer report is key for you. I've built out an 800 3 times in 1 year.
That's crazy.
So what do you mean?
So an 800 credit score by knowing this information. When you control what gets reported gives you the credit score. The credit score is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. The information on the report generates the score.
Facts.
So if you control the information, you control the score. And when you know what is legally supposed to be there by law, you control whatever gets reported. That is why there is no such thing as a late payment. It only exists if the consumer let it exist.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I get it. How's your credit, Reese?
Nah, he's going crazy. I'm trying to tell y'all.
He thought you answer like, huh? Yeah, he has earphones on, like he can hear everything better. All right, let me leave you alone, Reese. All right, cool. So, oh, good. Okay, all right. 7:30.
It's not bad.
That's lit, right? It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Not amazing.
Well, he's in the top 10%. A lot of people spend time in the 600s. So to get it over the 700 is a big jump for a lot of people, especially 730, 740. It's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, sounds like the Reese being fiscally responsible.
I'd rather hang out in the 800, but it's because I know how to do it. It's just for cloud. Like, there's no real difference between a 780 and an 800. Like, there's no, the number is the difference, but you still get the same thing.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So how do we control this narrative?
By learning definitions. So what I teach, and you asked earlier, all
right, guys. Again, we can spend here all day watching this, but I'm telling y'all, like, I'd rather y'all just watch this stuff. If you guys really want to watch this, go down the rabbit hole. Just look up who Durain Delevante is. I'm telling you, this guy is he's next level when it comes to really understanding, again, consumer law. That's what it really is, consumer law, right? When you're able to understand consumer law at a higher level, you can get everything taken off your report, from repossessions to bankruptcies to late payments. Now, it ain't easy to learn this stuff. You really got to go down the rabbit hole and dissect it, but it's all about the verbiage. And when you really understand the verbiage and you understand the definitions, like you're saying, it'll change the game, right? So again, I'm not, like I said, I don't want to stay on there for too long, but let's see how our trade is doing. Hey, come on now. Let's go. We're going to be able to close this. We're going to be able to close the day with a W? Are we going to be able to close the week off with a W? God knows I need it. God knows I need it. Come on now. Floating around 60 points right now. We up around 60 points. Yeah, we're up around 60 points. Some solid. Some solid. We're going to see how this continues to ride out, though, but it's definitely looking good so far. I like the fact we're about to close above this key level here. Actually, we still got a little bit of time, but now this thing's looking solid, up around 60 points. Again, we went super light here. Nothing too crazy. You know, but yeah, this is looking good. This is looking good. Let's go. I tell you, I needed a W, family. It's been a shitty week. I only took 3 trades this week, all 3 major losses. So we gotta, I don't even care about how, it's just about closing with a W. Get me back in my motion, you know what I'm saying? Get me back in my motion, get me back in my stride. Let's go. Big W's in the chat for sure. Big W's in the chat, family. Big W's in the chat. Come on now. All right, now we need you to just keep running, though. All right. Now we need you to keep running. Come on, keep going. Come on. There we go. Keep going. Just run. Just run. It's okay. It's okay. Currently up just about a 1-to-1 right now. Just about a 1-to-1. So we'll see. Let's see. Follow her IG and observe everything from top to bottom. Let's see, who is she? Level Up, YouTube, Paths to Freedom. Is that the one that you mentioned that also follows Durain? I see what you wrote. You said the person you follow follows Durain, which kind of gave like a little cosign. Nice little stamp there. Let me see. I'm gonna follow her too. Hell yeah. I don't know how the hell we got into credit, but but we did. But we did. Let's see. Definitely gonna need your help getting my credit right. Again, if you guys again, this ain't even, and this is why I don't know. I be feeling weird trying to tell you guys anything else that I offer outside of trading, just because I do. But if you do want to, go ahead and lock in. All right, if you do want to go ahead and get locked in, revolving around credit is what I need you to do. First of all, just message me if you really want. Or you can go to my credit website, Wealthy Visions Financial, wealthyvisionsfinancial.com. Scroll all the way to the bottom and just schedule a consultation. All right, if you want to, Wealthy Visions Financial's here. Schedule a consultation. We can talk it out. Figure out what we can do for you. wealthyvisionsfinancial.com. You guys know Wealthy Visions is my brand. So anything I do around Wealthy Visions, it's always going to be, anything I do is always going to have Wealthy Visions in the name. But as if you want it. So let's see. Deep rabbit hole with her. Yeah, we're going to see what's up, man. Need that trade line? I got you. Renee, I'll actually send you, I got you. We can talk about it, Renee. I got you, bro. I'll get you right. I'll show you the whole list and you can choose what you want. And they're pretty cheap too, pretty affordable. Yeah, so I mean, we're still flowing here, guys. We're still looking solid here for the NASDAQ. Got a nice strong close. We're looking really good here. I'm not going to go break even just yet on this. I'd rather still take the loss on this because I'm not risking too much. I'm going to leave this just open the way it is. And I'm going to see how it plays out, man. Hopefully we can continue to see this thing ride out throughout the rest of the day here today. And I'm able to close it out later on today for a nice little profit. You know, that'll be pretty nice. That'll be pretty solid. But we're still flowing around 40 points, 50 points right now. So looking solid, man. So yeah, we're going to let this continue to ride out, man. Let's see, same. I'm going to hit you up later about it. Yeah, I mean, anybody that wants anything to do with credit, man, just hit me up and I got you. I'll get you guys right. You know what I'm about to start doing too? Like, I've done this often. Matter of fact, I could actually give you guys this. Like, I did a full, who wants this actually? I did a full 2-hour-long video, a 2-hour training a few months ago that would literally teach you how to repair your own damn credit. Remember how I told you I don't gatekeep at all? I don't gatekeep. Right? If you want to repair your own credit, I created an entire 2-hour-long recording, a webinar, a training, a masterclass, you can call it, that will literally walk you on how to do your own credit. I don't gatekeep. But the reality is, 90% of y'all, even if you have the sauce on how to do it, you're not going to follow through with it the way that you need to, right? Because credit repair, the thing about it is super tedious. It's a long process. Every 30 days, you have to follow up with these creditors, these bureaus, these debt collectors, every single, there's a lot, right? And the thing is, these creditors and these credit bureaus, man, they're very good at stalling you out to a point where you just give up. And that's why most people that try to do credit on their own never get nowhere, because they give up too soon. You can't give up when you know you're right. Because the thing is, family, this is another thing that most people don't understand. You can actually get paid for all the inaccuracies that are on your report. You can get up to $1,500 for every inaccuracy that is on your report that the credit bureaus or the creditors do not take off, because by law, it's not supposed to be there. If you go to your credit report right now and you actually bring it up, you're going to realize that there's a shit ton of inaccuracies. You got to get those taken off. Now, again, this is not saying that it's not your debt, right? I'm not the type of person that's going to tell you to lie, right? We're not going to hit them up and be like, yo, this isn't ours. Like, no, that's fraud, right? So it's not about saying it's not your debt. It's about removing inaccuracies from your report. It doesn't matter if it's yours or not. If it's not showing up at 100% accuracy, then it got to get removed. It got to get removed. You want me to show you? Let me see if I can actually bring up a report real quick. I'm gonna show you guys an example of somebody, one of my clients that I just pulled their report yesterday. And let me see who's can I use and not. I obviously got to be careful with showing names and stuff. I don't want to violate them, but let me see, who can we bring up? We'll bring up this person. Hold on. I'll show you what a report looks like. Actually, I can do this. I could do this. Hold on. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? What email is it under? Give me a second. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on, I gotta make sure I don't. Hold on, give me 1 second, family. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure that I don't give away any personal information. Give me 1 second. I'm still here. I just gotta, I gotta do my checks and balances real quick. Give me a second. Let me see. This don't have any personal information, right? All right, no, it doesn't. All right, cool. So like, look at this report right here, right? This is an example of somebody's report for this is usually more like an Apple credit card, right? It's usually like for an Apple credit card. Okay, we're not disputing whether it's theirs or not. What we're disputing is the accuracy across the board. Like, this is actually one of the letters that we actually send out to get this stuff removed from your report. If you look at this, all the red is all the inaccuracies that are being shown here. The account type, that's pretty distinct. I don't know why that's red. Account type detail, credit card, this one's missing. But here we go. Date opened. For Equifax and Experian, it shows that this account was opened March 1st of 2021. But TransUnion has it that it opened on March 11th. That's not accurate. Immediately, just off of this one, this either needs to be updated to where it's matching, or it needs to get removed completely. Look at high credit, right? Look at this. This is all different. The high credit amount, that's all different. That's not accurate. Last reported, right? Differences, that's not accurate. Last active, different. That's not accurate. Last payment, difference. That's not accurate. Right? So with all that, we take all this information and we literally send it just like, this is literally how my letters look. I send it literally with this chart. Like, nah, we're not playing around, bro. Look at all these inaccuracies. Get this shit right. Get this shit right. All right, let me make sure. And then this is a Capital One credit card. Same thing. Inaccuracies. Inaccuracies. Inaccuracies, right? And then we also talk about consumer law. Under U.S. Code 1681EB and 15 U.S. Code 6181I5, this account is in violation. Not reporting 100% accurate. And as a consumer by law, it must be deleted immediately. Right? So those are just examples of like when I say it has to be reporting accurate, 100% accurate across the board. It needs to be. And if it's not, then these credit bureaus got to get it removed immediately. We're not playing games with them. All right, so that's like an example of how when I say it has to be 100% accurate, that's what it's supposed to look like. 100% accurate. And those are not. And I'm pretty sure 90% chance yours are not showing neither. So y'all got to get that stuff removed. So You gotta really, you can't be nice to these credit bureaus, man. We can't be nice to these creditors, these credit bureaus. We gotta be aggressive with them. You can even circle it and highlight and send it with the letters. That's exactly how we play. Like that same screenshot, that's literally the actual letters that I mail out for my clients. Cause we're not playing, bro. Like, we showing them the entire chart, all the inaccuracies. Come on, we're not playing, man. Either update these to they're accurate, which they're not going to, because it's very hard to get the creditors on the same page, or they're gonna have to delete it by law. We're not playing. Now, again, you guys can do it yourself, but 90% of the time, most people are not going to be disciplined enough to continue to follow up. You know how they say the money's in the follow-up for anybody that's in sales? No, right? The deletions are in the follow-up when it comes to credit repair. The deletions are in the follow-up. Because when you first send your first round of letters, your first dispute is always going to come back with them saying, oh, it's been verified. It's never verified, right? Because the verification is never done by a human. It's all done automatically using a system called eOscar. eOscar literally looks at your report very quickly. It doesn't actually verify shit. And then they'll send you a letter back saying that it's verified. But this is the game here. I'm going to put you guys on game. Right? That first letter you send out, you have to expect them to just send a stall letter back. Either it's active, it's valid. More times than not, especially if you use the softwares that I use, they're going to be like, oh, we don't know if this was you. It seems like you did it through a third party, a third party agency. We're not going to do it because it's through a third-party agency, all right? Then you're going to have to get a proof of attorney, a power of attorney, and all that stuff, right? But here's the game. It's all about collecting evidence, right? If you want to make money off of this stuff, off of all these inaccuracies, you have to create evidence. You have to get evidence. So that first round, even though they're not going to do anything more times than off that first round, you now have proof that you told them to do it during the first round. So now if they continue to drag you on, and if by the second and third round or the second and third month and it's still there, see, now you could bring it up to the CFPB, which is the bureau that overlooks all these credit agencies, right? That monitors these credit agencies. Then you go ahead and file a dispute with them. You send them the evidence. Then you bring it up to the attorney general of your state. And then you send them all the proof too, and then more times than not, they kind of have no choice because they don't want to go through civil liability. They don't want to pay you. And then that's when stuff starts to fall off. But it's a process, right? It's a process that you have to go to, and that's why, again, most people that try to do it themselves struggle with doing it themselves because they don't understand how long and how lengthy and how tedious the process is. That's why it's always important, or I always recommend, just to pay somebody to do it, so it's not in your hair. Right, so you don't have really nothing to worry about because it is very tedious. That tedious nature is what kills most people. So, searching the CFPB has some sauce, and you absolutely. Like I just filed yesterday. I just filed some complaints with the CFPB yesterday for a few clients. But you want to build that evidence. Those are cute. Little tap dancing shoes. Right, you got to build the evidence though, right? The CFPB is they're gonna open up the investigation, but if there's no evidence of anything, then they're not gonna do anything, right? You got to build up those evidence. That's why you got to send out these dispute letters. Actually show them like, listen, I sent these out 2 months ago, and it's still inaccurate. Now they're violating my rights as a consumer. Now I could literally take them to court, and I could literally probably win in court because as long as you have all your evidence, you'll be in good shape. It's a process, though, man. It's a process, but I don't know how we got into the rabbit hole, though. Going to credit, sovereign citizenship today. But boy, what a conversation we had. I don't know how we got that, but boy. Who got that discount code for Wealthy Business Financials? I mean, listen, it's, I treat you guys right. I treat y'all right, man. I treat y'all right because y'all the family. Let's see. Yeah, we'll get y'all right. We started talking about risk management. It'd be like that. All right, so family, we're still in this position. We're still holding. Again, I'm not moving my stops. I'll probably move my stops to break even if we're able to get above this level of structure up here. Maybe if we're able to get above 19,600, then I'll just roll my stops to break even and just see what happens. Maybe close a partial. But I'm really happy with how this is going so far. I'm really confident that this is probably going to continue to move to the upside here. And yeah, hopefully I'm able to close this as a W, man. End the week strong. Trust me, because I need it, man. I need this W right here. I need it, boy. We've been getting worked. We've been getting worked, so I need this W. Let's see. I'm loving this credit talk. Sounds like a new side hustle. It is, and this is the thing, family. Like again, there's ability. If this is the last thing I say about credit, right? Because again, this is not a credit channel, right? If you did want to look into doing your own credit repair business, create your own credit repair agency, reach out to me. All right. I do have a franchising model that allows you to launch your own credit repair agency with using my systems, my software, my virtual assistants, which pretty much essentially run the whole business for me, so that you don't really got to do much but the marketing and the recruiting. Just get the clients. Me and my team will do all the deletions for you. We'll do everything for you. And then it'll be like a 70-30 split in terms of revenue. You know, 70 your way, 30% my way. But, you know, my team does all the work for you. And that's a way to do it. All right? That's a way to get involved if you really want to get into the credit repair agency. The thing about credit repair agency, family, everybody has bad credit. Like this type of service bureau is one that's never going to go away. Right? Especially now where we know that most people are dealing with a lot of debt that's been built up over the past 3 years. Like credit repair agencies are going to be more popular now more than ever, right? Because everybody's credit is shot. Everybody been surviving over the past 2-3 years because of inflation off of credit. Like credit card delinquencies are through the roof right now. They're at the highest they've been in 10 plus 20 years. Hey, that's what I'm saying. So if you're interested in launching your own credit repair agency, reach out to me. You know, I could put you onto the franchising model where you can have your own business, your own software, your own everything, and then we go from there. But family, listen, I'm going to wrap it up off of that. I'm going to let this trade continue to play, y'all. Hopefully this trade does continue to run here for us. If it doesn't, then so be it. You know, I didn't risk much either way on this. Yeah, man, hopefully we can end the week with a W. I'm pretty positive that we will, though. But hopefully we do. How do I get in contact? I'm going to give you guys a special number. Please don't spam it. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to drop this in the chat, right? I mean, you can definitely just hit me, honestly, just hit me up via Instagram, right? Either Instagram, Facebook, just hit me up via social media, and then I'll send you my number. I don't want to just put it on here. If I put my number on here, it's a bad idea. No, YouTube. Hit me up via Instagram, Facebook, any social media platform that you guys have me on. And then we can set up a call and we can really chop things up for sure. You know, but family, listen, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it off that. I'll let you guys know if you are in the Discord. I'll let you guys know how this continues to run throughout the day. Again, I'm pretty positive this is probably going to continue to trickle higher. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, it hits me out. Cool. I lost $200, $300. It is what it is. Tomorrow this week anyways. So who cares? But I'm pretty positive we're going to continue to drive higher here. So we'll see if that does continue to work out. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Interesting conversation here. Going from trading to then credit to then consumer law. Into that. Yeah. Great conversation, man. But I appreciate y'all, family. I love you guys for being here, man. Thank you guys for rocking with me this entire week. It's definitely been, again, a shittier week for me personally, but it'd be like that, man. We're going to make it back. We're going to come back next week, and we're going to try to make it all back and then some. So I love you guys. Appreciate y'all. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. And I shall talk to you guys all later. Have a great rest of y'all day, family. Let's get it. I'm out of here.